What is up, guys? It's Bill with Iseosa here, and today we're here with Pkodes, who's a software engineer at HubSpot. Pkodes, can you introduce yourself and tell us, about yourself?
My name is Patrick, but obviously on YouTube I go by Pcodes. I make content on coding interviews, my journey into software engineering, and things of that same nature. I bring people onto my channel, interview them, and things like that. And I'm a second year computer science student over in Dublin, and I just finished a software engineering internship at HubSpot that I did in first year. And I get a return offer, which I'll be joining back in April this year as a software engineering intern at HubSpot again.
Oh, that's great. That's honestly so great. And can you also show us like any like merch that you own at HubSpot so we can see the
Yeah,
merch?
I always have the
You always got
bag right
a
next to me. So
yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, that looks clean. That looks
Yeah.
clean. Cool,
Mhm.
cool. So I'm just gonna ask like the first question. So like the first question is just like a little, just like to know like a bit more about you. Like what made you like start programming? Like what made you start programming like in the first place? Like what was it? What's your story on that?
Okay, this dates pretty far back, about 4 years ago. My dad has pretty much always been in software engineering. He climbed through the ranks from software engineer to principal to higher and higher up until director. So he was always in the tech world. He was always showing me different things to do with technology, and I grew an interest towards it. I grew an interest towards how computers work, how exactly are these things rendering on my screen? How does the computer know what to do, kind of thing. Like I was just very curious of that based on how my dad would talk to me about tech all the time.
Yeah.
So then he tried to get me into a course about 2 years ago, into a HTML and CSS course because I was most intrigued into how are things displayed on screen. So I done that course. So that was the first kind of programming, started programming, but the first kind of coding I did. And then I didn't touch coding again until last year. But yeah, so it was mostly just my dad. He's always been in the tech world. So then he kind of just showed me how it works. And then I grew an interest towards it. And here I am today, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. That's actually really cool. W dad. Whoa.
That's it.
Um, so like you said like your dad was like a big factor in like what made you go into tech. If your dad wasn't there and like you weren't like so if your dad didn't force you to do like make you do tech, what career would you say you would have like picked if it wasn't like tech? So I'm trying to ask.
I'm not gonna lie, like I've always been a gamer, so I've always been interested in computers. Like I built my own PC.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like it wasn't like, but he kind of steered me more towards computer science. I feel like if I wasn't in computer science, I would have been engineering.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
like a mechanical engineer, electrical, like not specifically computer science,
Yeah.
but still in engineering.
Probably in the electronics side, like
Yeah, yeah,
coding
yeah.
stuff.
Okay, 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 okay. That's
Electronics
cool.
stuff.
That's cool. That's cool.
Hmm.
So like, okay, so you already said okay. So what was the hardest part, like, when you started programming, like, when you started programming for the first time, what would you say was like the hardest, like, part of like being an engineer and like getting used to software engineering?
Okay, like that's actually a very interesting question. I feel like the hardest part was thinking like an engineer, like because with programming, like the way of thinking of programming is just very different to a lot of things. Like coming from secondary school, going into programming, like there's just like with programming, you have to think about so many different situations that could possibly happen. Like let's say you're building a function, you have to think of the case where oh the list is empty or this happens or there's an exception here or that happens. So like I feel like the fact that I have to think about so many different things kind of like would make me so confused at first. So like that was the number one thing. Like you have to like kind of like planning a lot before actually coding. That was the hardest part for me
Yeah,
when I was starting.
yeah,
Just getting into that mindset of a programmer, thinking about all these different cases before you start coding. Before I would just be coding, I'd look at one case, start coding, I'd reach a bug, I'd be like, "Oh, why is this not working?" I'd spend a lot of time on it. But
yeah,
yeah, it's just thinking like a programmer,
yeah,
planning.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was the hardest part for me too.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like the edge cases, the amount of edge cases, some problems are just like you when you look at it at first, like you wouldn't think about these kind of edge cases, but a lot of them are there, and it's just like thinking about every single one of them is honestly like it's a skill that's really hard to learn, and yeah, that makes a
Exactly.
lot of sense. Yeah, cool. Thank you for answering that question. So, did you ever feel like quitting, and like what kept you going?
I'm not gonna lie, like I, I I feel like I came close. Not exactly quitting, but I just felt like, oh, this is kind of too much. Like this is a lot. Like when I was programming and like I just didn't get like there was just questions. I'd be in my labs, and this in first year, like my lab, like computer labs.
Yeah.
I'd be doing the labs, and I was just like, oh, I have no idea how to solve this question. Like
Yeah.
zero idea.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you don't know how to solve. I was just like, I'm just looking at the screen. I don't know why my code is not working. It was just so annoying. I'd be
Yeah.
out a question for hours,
Yeah. Yeah.
being like, am I actually just stupid? Like, honestly, like that kind of thing would just make me feel so down. Like, why don't I get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so yeah, at that point, I felt like yeah, it was a lot for me, but I got some guidance from my
Yeah.
dad as well as my friends
Yeah.
on problem solving, and obviously, I eventually became better and better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly relate so much to that because I remember in my first year as well, like when they taught us like recursion for the first time, I went back home and I genuinely tried to like learn recursion for like the whole. I got so far I was banging my head on the wall, like I was so confused because like the way he was explaining it, I was like, am I just stupid? Like, why is it not clocking to me? Like I couldn't get it. Like I totally understand like what you're saying. Like it's so relatable, so relatable. Okay, so like, what skill?
Mhm.
Yeah, sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh no, no, I was gonna say anything.
Okay, okay, yeah. So I was gonna ask like, what skills would you say like helped you a lot, like in your engineering skills? Like what non-technical and technical skills that you think without those skills, like you wouldn't be where you are today? Like what helped you a lot?
I feel like my number one thing is my communication skills.
Yeah,
Like when I talk, I talk very clear, and I explain things in a way that I actually want the other person to understand me, and I don't really stop explaining until they actually understand me,
yeah,
kind of thing. So like I feel like I have number one thing that got me this internship was my collaboration skills.
yeah,
Throughout the interviews, and that was even one of the things my recruiter said to me was that all your collaboration skills were amazing. You were explaining everything, explaining the. It's just like my principle is explain first, code later. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
Like I just have to explain, make sure that the person understands before I then start coding. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So like I feel like that was my number one non-technical skill that got me far.
yeah,
My collaboration skills.
yeah.
And then in terms of the technical side, I'd say, what's an interesting one? I'd say more on the kind of like problem solving side, because like with problem solving, like I really take my time to break down a problem before I start going into it. So like that's the thing about. So yeah, that's just like yeah, some of my problem solving skills. Like with the fact that I break down questions a lot before I start trying to solve it, kind of thing, rather than rush into solving it, and then I missed out certain parts of the question.
Yeah.
It's like I really take my time to make sure that I understand a problem before I start solving it.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was another thing that helped me get my internship too, and that was another thing that was also brought up by my recruiter when
Yeah.
I got the offer.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the two things are my collaboration skills and my problem solving skills.
Yeah.
So like I think it's my problem solving skills, the fact that I take time to break down the question, any uncertainty I might have will get cleared up. Any possible wrong assumptions that I have would get cleared up before I start coding.
Yeah.
So then even if I didn't actually know how to solve the problem, I'd be able to get steered beforehand. So
Yeah.
that helped me a lot as well.
Okay, okay. That makes so much sense. Thank you so much for that. I was gonna like let's get into the HubSpot part. Like I'm sure a lot of people are very curious about like the HubSpot questions. And yeah, I wanted to ask you like what was what team were you on, and like what were the kind of problems you were solving in your day to day at HubSpot?
Okay. Obviously can't go too far into that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I was on the fintech billing communications team.
Yep.
So we manage how billing is communicated between clients that use HubSpot as well as the HubSpot billing team.
Yeah.
So like any issues to do with billing, invoices, all that stuff handled by us.
Yeah.
I think. So but yeah, so our main things were making sure that the billing communications was very fluent, like kind of like was decentralized.
Yeah.
Like anybody can go on and communicate any way they want. They don't have to start asking other teams to do anything for them.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like our main mission was making sure that anybody can communicate billing with their clients by themselves.
Yeah.
Through obviously different UIs and stuff like that. So that was our main I mean, thing, just making sure building communications where it was as efficient and fast as possible.
So like, what technologies would you say like you guys were using at HubSpot? Like was it like TypeScript, Java?
Okay, that I can go only surface level.
Okay,
We
okay.
did use TypeScript and Java. I can
Yeah,
only say that because I know that's online.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, we did use TypeScript and Java.
Okay, okay, okay. That makes sense. Okay, thank you so much for that. So with the whole rise of AI, right? Like, I know like AI is like everyone is scared about AI and everything. Would you say like you use like a lot of AI at HubSpot, or like how was the flow of was AI like something that was used a lot at HubSpot, and was it something you embraced, or what's your take on that?
Um, yeah, AI was definitely used, but it was definitely not something we would rely on. Like the AI would make a lot of mistakes because like AI can only do so much with so much context. And like when you give it so much context, it's just more prone to making mistakes, and it would almost always make a mistake.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So AI wasn't really used to, okay, I'm going to use this AI to build something. It's more, I'm going to use this AI to speed up the process of doing something. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's like I want to, okay, I'm trying to implement this UI that has this layout and this button. I maybe use AI. Okay, how can I like center this button, or how can I just get the agent to do that for me,
Yeah.
like centering a button or making like a 3-layer grid layout. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I wouldn't now tell it to go make a
Service.
whole page
Yeah,
for me.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, okay. So like typical things that you know that's like really really small you can do on your day to day. That's like how, because the next question I was gonna ask is like how exactly were you using AI specifically on HubSpot? Like, so how would you like little like minor things you were using it like sorry,
Yeah,
can yeah,
yeah, it was pretty, yeah, it's just really small things. Like
yeah,
yeah, I told you, like, let's say I had a modal.
yeah, yeah,
I wanted to have like a modal. I want to have
yeah,
I just want like I just want it to be a 3-layer, sorry, like a 3-column grid
yeah,
or
yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
I get the AI to do that for me, kind of like them really small things
yeah,
that are just really small that I like. There's no point in me typing it out. It's easy enough for just AI. It's just with the agent do it. And
yeah,
sometimes I
yeah,
also use it like give me like a layout for tests,
yeah, 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 yeah.
and
Tests, yeah,
then
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think test driven
yeah,
development is like one thing I know I was using AI a lot for Google, because writing the test sometimes is like you don't really have to, because like it's just boilerplate. You're gonna continue writing it over and over again. So
exactly.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Thank you for that though. Thank you. What surprised you the most about working at HubSpot?
Hmm. Hmm. I feel like I didn't expect myself to have so much responsibility. Like I was given my own project, and it was only me working on my project.
Yeah,
And like this is a whole new site, like a whole new app that was gonna be pushed out onto HubSpot that I pushed out obviously before I finished. So like I didn't expect myself to have that much responsibility. I'd be creating the scoping docs,
yeah,
I'd be creating my own tickets, I'd be talking with the product manager. Wait. Yeah, I'd be talking with the product manager on requirements. I discuss different requirements that I think should be talked about.
yeah,
I discuss UI features that I think should be added. All this stuff. So like I was doing a lot.
yeah, yeah,
Honestly, I was doing a lot. I loved it. Honestly, I learned a lot, and I had to build an application from scratch.
yeah,
So I did learn a lot with it.
yeah,
But like I just yeah, that was it. I just didn't expect myself to actually be given that much responsibility, and I
yeah,
was pretty much treated just like any other engineer there.
yeah,
Like I love it as well. I
yeah,
thought I was gonna be looked at like you're obviously someone that's definitely below them, and like I was gonna be given something really small kind of thing.
yeah.
But yeah, definitely I definitely saw myself level with the other engineers on my team.
Okay, yeah, that makes so much sense. Thank you for that. Um, Now the next question I have is, what was like your favorite like experiences that you had at HubSpot? Like I know like you just told us now, like there was a lot of responsibilities you weren't expecting that. Like what were like your best moments? Like what made you like really happy and like damn, this is like my favorite place to work, and yeah,
Honestly, number one thing was the amount of food that they give us in the office, to be honest.
yeah,
Like they had so much good food,
yep,
breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks,
yep,
drinks, amazing.
yeah,
So it was just such a comfy environment, like
yeah,
the office.
yeah,
The colors as well, like it's just it's very vibrant. Obviously the orange colors
yeah,
all over the office. It's just very vibrant, cool environment. And like um one of the main things I really liked obviously was the inclusivity.
yeah,
Like everybody, like I'd see senior engineers talking to me, like engineering managers talking to me in the office, like anybody would talk to me. There
Yeah.
was times where I'd be sitting down at my desk
Yeah.
and I'd be working, and then random people would come up to me, like, and ask me, oh, who I am, obviously, because I'm a new guy.
Yeah.
They ask me who I am, they talk to me about certain things. So it's
Yeah.
like everyone is just so friendly,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
inclusive environment. That's what I loved the most about HubSpot. It's a friendly, inclusive environment. That's
Yeah.
why I'm returning this year.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Okay, so thank you for that. The next question I wanted to ask you, like, what's the typical day of like a HubSpot engineer like? And I guess the next question after that would be like, on your day to day, like, what was your day like? Like, what time were you waking up? Like, what were you doing? And yeah, I know the food was
Okay.
a big thing out of it, but
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk general HubSpot. We jump into the office. Breakfast starts around 7 a.m. We go in, eat some food. They had a lot of stuff for breakfast. And make your own selection. They have a smoothie bar as well.
yeah,
Make a smoothie. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Then go over to your desk. Usually the mornings you start off checking Slack,
yeah,
the things of that nature.
yeah, yeah,
Then, depending on your team, you'd have stand up in the morning or afternoon.
yeah,
I had stand up in the morning. Then, so then we have stand up in the morning. Obviously, in stand up, we talk about what we're working on and any blockers we might have. Just discussing everything with our team, what we're going to work on next. Just
yeah,
make sure the whole team is synced up.
yeah,
Then, after stand up, I'm going to talk more to me. I would start laying out exactly um I start laying out what I want to get done today,
yeah,
and then I get started on development for that.
yeah,
So like that's like the main day to day. Obviously, some days we'd have meetings with the product manager.
yeah,
But on a typical day, it's go in, breakfast, get started on messaging, Slack, checking emails and things, organizing myself for the day before stand up. After stand up, get started on development, and that's pretty much most days.
yeah,
Something
yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Um,
Mhm.
yes, sorry about that. Okay, so the next question is, what was like the engineering culture like at HubSpot compared to what you expected?
Mm. I guess I really covered it earlier,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. Oh,
yeah,
sorry, yeah,
just how
sorry.
like engineering in HubSpot was just so like inclusive. Everybody was seen as the same.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
That's the one part.
yeah,
Second part is anybody can get help at any time from anyone. Pretty
yeah,
much
yeah,
like anytime I message somebody, they were there ready
yeah,
to help me.
yeah,
I had an engineering buddy as well.
yeah, 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 yep,
So like I always had help on my side. So I
yeah,
like that's one thing I really like about HubSpot culture.
yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah,
giving the new people help all the time.
yeah,
And then so I said inclusivity. Yeah, inclusivity. Oh, did I forget my second point?
yeah. It's okay. Sorry,
Okay,
I'm even asking the question twice. Sorry, my fault. I didn't even.
no problem.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, inclusivity. Yeah, the engineering culture. Yeah, given responsibility. I love
yeah,
giving being given responsibility for a project, and like them giving me freedom to kind of like implement my own features,
yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah,
Obviously, I'm not just going to implement it. I'll have to discuss with the product managers first.
mm,
Like them giving me that kind of freedom,
yeah,
I liked it as well. That
yeah,
kind of thing. So those are the two main things
yeah.
about HubSpot's thing.
Okay, 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 okay.
Culture.
So yeah, thank you. So the next question I was gonna ask you, like, what skills like matter, like, in your opinion, like, what skills matter today to like land like a technical role at HubSpot, like, or any company in general? Like, what skills do you believe, like, this is like some advice for people that are new out there, like, what skills do you think like matter a lot for like people who want to like get into like software engineering or any kind of engineering role?
Okay, I feel like number one thing, that's my biggest point with a lot of things is communication, collaboration skills. You need to be able to, obviously, let's say, to get yourself in the door for interviews, you need to have projects on the board. You need to have learned a lot of things, but learning all these things are useless if you can't explain these things.
Yeah,
That's what goes into the communication. Can you explain how these things work?
yeah,
How you made your project?
yeah,
What did you learn from your project?
yeah,
All these things they expect you to explain it to them. So
yeah,
that's like communication skills I'm
yeah,
talking about.
yeah, yeah,
Knowing how to explain all these things that you learned
yeah,
in a good way to the interviewer, so
yeah,
the
yeah,
interviewer can really
yeah,
understand you actually do this thing. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
like, yeah, that's the number one thing. Uh, um, Second thing, I kind of covered it in the previous one.
Yeah,
Having
yeah,
projects that
yeah,
proof of skills,
yeah,
like just like proof of your skills, not just I know Python. I know no, I built this using Python,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
when then it resulted in that kind of thing. That is more appealing to recruiters.
yeah,
That's two.
yeah,
Three, a lot of people be nervous before interviews. Turn that nervousness into excitement. Think about what the angle is of this interview.
yeah,
Not the fact that right now, they're asking me questions, they're interrogating me. It's not an interrogation.
yeah,
It's a collaboration.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Just think of interviews as a conversation between you two.
yeah,
You're sharing your knowledge about this something
yeah, yeah, yeah,
with somebody else.
yeah,
Something.
yeah,
So because I feel like a lot of people feel like a lot of people know a lot of things, but then they get too tense in interviews and then they end up messing up.
mm.
And they think of it as an interrogation more than a collaboration. So
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, I can't lie. When I had my interview, I was shaking. But okay, so the next question I wanted to, I'm not gonna. I have a few more, just a few more questions, not too many. So can you tell us like today, like literally today, like what kind of projects? Like, because you mentioned projects as well, like because like everyone builds projects, right? But then there's some projects that actually matter, right? Because building a to-do app, I know it's like it's a good thing to build a to-do app. I'm not trying to violate anyone who's not doing to-do app, but like, what projects did you say like you built that made you stand out, and like what do you say like you learned from those projects that you were able to use to apply? Because I'm a real like I'm more into like development more than like lead code grinding, and I definitely know that you agree as well. Like the system design is definitely like more important, like in the engineering role more than like lead
yeah,
code. But obviously for the interviews, like lead code is just that thing you have to spam. So like, what would you say for that?
I feel like projects should be made to solve like a project should be made that actually does something meaningful. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Something useful,
yeah,
kind of thing. Obviously, I feel like starting out projects like small projects are good to
yeah,
just like enforce your knowledge on things, and those
yeah,
are actually fine to put on your GitHub. They're
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
But the ones that you should really magnify are the ones that actually solve something.
yeah,
I
yeah,
had a few projects. One being an event management website,
yeah,
a full stack event management website,
yeah,
client side rendered, React front end, back end. I forgot what he's Express back end
yeah.
with
Express.
JavaScript.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and so like I had that, and like that's a meaningful thing. I have so many different components in there,
yeah.
and like they're communicating with each other and things like that. Like me explaining that to an interviewer is like, yeah, he actually understands full stack technologies, kind of thing. Then second thing that I built that really this one got me, this one the Amazon engineer that interviewed me really loved this
Yeah,
one
yeah, yeah.
was I built something called I named it AlgoFlow, which
Algo
is an
flow.
algorithm visualizer for graph algorithms.
Yeah,
So that one as well. That one's meaningful because obviously I follow this format of developed X using Y resulting in Z.
yeah,
So like I developed this
yeah.
algorithm visualizer,
Mm.
obviously using React to help people understand graph algorithms, how they work, how they search, and how they find paths from one place to another. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like just developing projects that are meaningful and that can be used today by people. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
They don't obviously have to be of high scale using AWS and all that
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
it's more you understand the concepts.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, so to everyone who's watching, I think his main point he's trying to make is the quality is definitely like more better and beneficial than the quantity, right? If you have like 50 projects and they're all like they don't provide meaning or they're not like useful to anyone, then like it's better to just focus on that one project, that Express backend that like actually like can be used by people. So yeah, thank you so much for that, Pcodes. Sorry, the next question I'm gonna ask you because I don't want to ask too many questions. Sorry. So like, okay, I'm gonna skip that one because you already answered that. Any like for people who are like starting off in like engineering, are there like any YouTube channels, like any books, like anything you would like recommend for people to like learn? Like, so if someone wants to like learn data structures and algorithms today, or like how to build something, like where would you send them to? Like, obviously they can go to Pcodes like to learn about DSA, but like what other like resources and YouTubers would you say like you can go they can go to like
Okay. The number one resource I use, and I use this for, I'm a guy that I'd use courses. I don't use YouTube as much as I use courses. The courses I use are on the website Udemy,
yeah, you know what I mean? Okay.
Udemy.
Okay.
So all of the courses, pretty much everything I've learned, I learned it from Udemy. honestly.
Wow.
And Udemy have some really cheap courses, and they have like some really good plans. Like you can pay like 140 euro a month, and then sorry, not a month, sorry, a year.
Damn.
Not a month.
Damn. Bro got that HubSpot money, bro. Got that HubSpot money.
Yeah, so 140 euro a year, and then I
Yeah.
have access to an unlimited amount of courses.
Yeah.
So I got that plan, and I was just doing course on course on course, and these courses are very very good because they're so visual. Um, I'm a visual learner. I like to see things move around. So like when I'm learning data structures and algorithms, they'd have a linked list, and then they'd see how the nodes are moving off, and then
Yeah.
he's explaining it with visual diagrams, and the traversals are being visualized.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, so I use Udemy for a lot of my courses. So I would recommend that, and I'm also an affiliate with Udemy. So
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, you can prove
yeah,
it.
so
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah.
yeah, so I have an affiliate. I have an affiliate link that people can use to buy things as well.
Yeah.
But so I'll give that to you if you're okay with that.
Yeah, sure. Like,
Cool,
if
cool.
you guys want to,
Then,
you can join his Discord. You have a Discord server, right? I'll put like all,
Yeah.
his YouTube channel and his Discord server will be in the description, so you guys can like check that out if you want to like message him. And yeah, really chill guy. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Then so Udemy was the main one. That's where I learned proper like content,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
foundations on different concepts. Like I learned all concepts from that.
Yeah.
YouTube I used for like watching mock interviews to like things of that nature. I wouldn't watch that on like Udemy. Udemy is learning things,
Yeah.
learning like specific content. Then
Yeah.
YouTube I'd see for like practicing interviews, interview practice,
Yeah.
and things of that nature. I'd use
Yeah.
YouTube for.
Yeah.
So like for on YouTube I look a lot at NeetCode
Yeah.
because
Definitely.
NeetCode have video solutions for problems. He's just
The goal.
honestly just one of the
Lifesaver.
best.
Lifesaver.
Literally a lifesaver.
I owe that guy half of my salary.
Yeah. Then I'd watch mock interviews from
Pkodes?
Clement. I don't know if people
Clement. Yeah, no
uh,
Clement. Yeah.
Clement.
Yeah.
Remember Clement? He was an ex-Googler. He had a lot of videos on how to get a job at Google, how to get a thing Google. So like YouTube, I'd use for things like how to get a job at this place, how to pass interviews, how to this. Watching mock interviews is what I use YouTube for.
Yeah.
Udemy is what I'd use for learning specific technologies.
Yeah. I think for
And,
even for inspiration, like you've been doing like a video like James Peralta, right? Like I feel like that's like a
Yeah.
good YouTuber to like watch as well, because of like the amount of times I just like hop on YouTube and he's just grinding leak code. Like he grinds leak code so much. So like someone who's also new, do you think like that's also like a good YouTuber, no? Like because like it just gives you like that accountability. Like this guy is like doing like leak code every day, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Like
Yeah.
he has a lot of good content there
Yeah.
for you for data structures and algorithms.
yeah.
And he's very passionate about it.
Yeah.
The reason obviously I mentioned NeetCode is
Yeah.
like obviously NeetCode's more widely known,
yeah,
so
yeah.
everybody would know
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But James is honestly he has a lot going for him.
Yeah.
He's gonna go pretty far.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so now I have two more questions. These ones are the last two questions
ahead.
because I don't want to take so much time. Okay, so this one's off mine now, so I literally just thought of these ones. Now, currently, everyone is saying engineering is cooked, right? Like, and you yourself, you said like AI isn't really being used that much at HubSpot. Like, they don't depend on it, but they use it, right? So a lot of people are saying now, like, oh my god, there's Claude. Opus 4.6 is out. There's no point being an engineer. Like you can vibe code any app like nowadays. Like, and we both know that's not true because like we've worked at companies where like AI can't do everything you're doing end to end. It's not possible. Like it's gonna do the wrong thing. It's gonna make a mistake, and if there's no one there to like to fix it or make sure it's doing the right thing, then you're kind of cooked, right? So like, if someone wanted to do computer science like in 2026 going forward, would you tell them, hey, go ahead, or would you like what's a message to people who are unsure about their path in computer science? Because a lot of people are genuinely scared about this path, right? Because all these CEOs are saying things like engineers will be gone in like 5 years, 2 years. One of them said it will be gone by this time, and look, we're still here. So like, what's your take to that? What's your saying to the people?
Okay. Honestly, I don't believe in AI is gonna take over. And like anybody that actually worked in big tech will actually understand exactly why. Like AI just can't it just can't do things end to end. It will never fully replace us. It will always need to be supervised, and like so that's why engineers are always there. So when people say, I feel like people say, "Oh, engineering is cooked," is the wrong thing. I feel like engineering is saturated is the right term. There's a lot of people looking for roles. Let's say like with Google, obviously Google has like a 0.1% acceptance rate or something.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's like there's a lot of people there. So I think like main thing I'd say to people that are trying to that want to start computer science next year is like know what you want to do and get started early.
yeah,
Get started early, start working early, being consistent.
yeah,
A lot of people start computer science because, oh, I see a lot of money. I'm going to get hella money. I'm
yeah.
just going to pass all my subjects, and then
Yeah.
they're going to pass all their subjects and not going to get a job.
Yeah, yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
that's
True,
just how it is.
true, true, true,
A lot of
true.
people do computer science, not a lot of people get the job.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's the main thing.
Definitely.
Focus on the job early is what I'd say. Focus
Yeah,
on the job early.
yeah,
Get started on these concepts early.
yeah,
And get your internships. Once you get your internships, you're pretty much set. You're in the
yep,
cycle.
yep,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Okay, so
A
yeah, yeah,
final thing
yeah, yeah.
is try to be kind of like business oriented in a sense. Like try your best to get your own business out there.
Mm,
Don't rely fully on you're just going to be a software engineer for the rest of your life.
yeah,
Think about how you can use your software engineering skills to build something meaningful for the world, kind of thing.
yeah,
So, because like that will then eventually get you out of software engineering into business, and then, you know what I'm saying? Then you're still in the you're still in the computer side. Like obviously you could be CTO, chief technology
yeah,
officer,
yeah.
but where you're building a full business, not just being a solely software engineer.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. That's some really good advice. And the final question is actually the exact question you asked me when I came on your podcast. For you guys who most of you don't know, like I went on Pkodes channel for like a podcast, and he asked me a very very unique question. And I believe the question he asked me like, if you were to describe your entire like internship with one emoji, what would it be? And I'm gonna pass that down again to you. If you can answer that question.
Okay, I'd say an orange heart.
Orange heart. Oh, I see what you did there with the HubSpot.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Because listen. HubSpot's colors are orange.
Yep.
Then HubSpot's values is heart. Humble,
Mm.
empathetic,
Mm.
adaptable, remarkable, transparent.
This is a HubSpot
You're not seeing
engineer.
that.
Yo.
You're not seeing it. You're not
Bro,
seeing
who
it.
knows the more? Yeah, this is fire. That's fire. That's fire. But yeah, honestly, thank you so much, P Codes. This is like one of like the best interviews I've had. I think it's the first one I've ever done on my channel. Like I've never actually done like an interview before, but this is really cool. And you guys, like, if you guys want more videos with P Codes, like definitely comment down below. We would definitely have more like things recorded and planned out for you guys. Make sure to subscribe to his channel. Like P Codes is like a really really good guy. He has a lot of videos out, and his Discord and stuff will be in the description for those who are watching. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and yeah, we'll call it a day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Peace out. Okay.